right, let's hop into the next one.
Yes, sir.
So I'm in the middle of a separation, and being married 15 years, I've learned to never depend on a man ever again. If I get married and we have kids, they go into daycare. If we have no choice and I have to stay home, I'm taking money out the account every month for me, and I'm going to save it because I have nothing in my name. I don't work. I go to school. I go to college. I'm going to graduate next year, but I have nothing. Like, we have a house together. My name is on the deed, and my name is on the car that he pays for, but I don't own anything with just my name on it. And man, it sucks. It sucks. Like, I have no money. He took all the money from me. So it's like, I'm stuck. Like, yes, I'm looking for a job and I'm willing to take anything at this point. But it's like, even with the job, I cannot afford to live in this house. I can't afford, I probably could afford a car payment, but I couldn't afford both of them. Like, man, I should have listened to my mom when she told me, no matter how much you love a guy, still have your own. Like, have something of your own. And I wish I would have listened to her. But I was so in love. I was like, oh, he loves me. He's not going to ever leave me. And he's not going to do that to me. He did.
So she seemed like she's getting separated.
Divorced. Yep.
And her context is that if she was to get married again, she's talking about how
Now,
she.
for me personally, I feel for her. I understand where she's coming from, and a lot of these women get into marriage because when we started out the show, we looked at the couple there where he expects his wife to cook and clean and take care of the family. You know what I'm saying? And this is a woman basically at the end of the same thing. This is her end. They've been married 20 something years. They're getting divorced now, and she has no protection. You know, I'm sure she lived a really good, fun, whatever. She had whatever she wanted, did a lot of things, but she didn't invest in herself. Didn't seem like when she had the opportunity younger, she didn't take the classes and invest in little things to build up her side. She just went out, hung out whenever. So now at the end, she doesn't really have anything. You know, I'm sure she might get some stuff in the settlement, but like she said, she can't afford to even live in the house she's been in all these years. You know what I'm saying? So there is certain marriage laws and protections and stuff like that, but I feel her in a certain way because if just like the first lady who talked about, I know Brandon missed that. I think he missed that one, right?
Mm-hmm.
Where they worked the same amount of hours, and when they came home, her husband still expected her to do all her wifely duties. And I basically was saying, like, you know, going into most marriages, a man will tell you that. I want a wife that could cook, clean, do this, do that. But a lot of these women think that they could change a man over time. And when he stays true to who he is, then things either go right or left. Don't always work out. But my only thing I'll say to her is she should have invested in herself all these years where she could have find a little side gig, start a little side business. You know what I'm saying? Go to classes when she was younger, build something. But some women just take it for what it is and they just chill out, enjoy it.
I'm gonna push back a little bit, right? To what you said, right? It's a little off this, but I seen a video 2 weeks ago where a lady, she wasn't working. The guy was paying 100% of the bills. The kids were in private school, and she started a business, and the business took off. So she was making money, but the whole thing was, it came to the point where she was the money that she was bringing in was still her money. So we're dealing with ladies' mats at the end of the day. You can say all of that, but a lady mat is still ladies' mat. Your money is my money, and my money is my money. You know what I'm saying? So you still have those ladies, but you do have some ladies. I'm kind of laying it out, right? Then I'm gonna get back to it. You do have some ladies, once they start making certain money, they lose interest in the guy that they're dating with, because he could no longer, he's not living up to what her expectation is. You get what I'm trying to say? So these are some of the brackets that we're kind of going through. You know what I'm saying? So in this situation is like that, where he seemed like he had all of the funds and they're on the back end of that relationship, and she's kind of leaving with nothing, because I can't be mad at him. I feel for her, but I can't be mad at him, because guess what? Guys work their whole life and they lose all of it in a divorce.
Right. I'm not saying I'm upset at him. I mean, I'm just saying there were things that she could have done to improve her life, because we don't know what the real story is. We could only tell what she's complaining about. And I understand that. If you partied for 22 years and lived off the money and went out to the restaurants and you on the yachts and all this stuff, then that's what you got. But I'm sure when she was younger, she'd tell her husband, hey, I want to take this class. All right, here you go. Here you go. And she could have built it on what, build her life up, But I feel for her, because if she truly leaves with nothing after all these years and being a totally dedicated housewife, you know what I mean? Where she didn't have no job.
That's if she was.
That's what I'm saying. She never said she worked.
She was going to college.
Now, but she missed that when she should have done it at let Brandon. How do you feel
that's
about
what I was about to go to. What's your thoughts on this, Brandon?
He's muted?
I think you're muted.
You should be able to unmute him.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yeah,
Buttons.
you could unmute him.
Forgive me. Buttons. No, I don't feel bad for her at all. At all. Because at the end of the day, number one, you enter into a marriage, you have expectations, and you need to discuss your expectations with your spouse. And it's like, hey, you're going to take care of the kids, you're going to do this, you're going to do that. If you don't want to do that, push back and say, no, that's not what I'm doing. I want to build something for myself. I want to do this. I want to do that. She didn't do that.
Nope.
She went with a certain path and she didn't like it. But it was all agreed to, because you didn't put up a fuss until now where you upset. And what really makes me not feel bad for her is that she said she was married 15 years. If I get married again, I'm taking funds out of the account and saving for myself. So now you're going to steal from the next man because you did wrong in your last relationship? No, you shouldn't be married. You should be building yourself up, doing what you got to do. Because if you're going to hurt the next man for what happened in a previous relationship, you're not ready to be with nobody.
Nice. Well said.
And you know what's crazy too? Like, why couldn't she say, instead of me buying this Gucci bag, maybe I could save that money? You know what I'm saying? Now I got to take extra money from his account to put it in my account. But she never talking about, oh, maybe I should invest a little bit. Maybe I should, build. So
once you're doing that account moving business, come on. The trust is already lost.
Definitely.
You shouldn't have got married to begin with.
Because I think the guy that she's currently with is I can say it's a structured guy. Because he seemed like he has everything under control.
Oh, anybody that has money understand what it took them to build that, how to get that. You just don't wake up and be a multi-millionaire in real estate. You got to start off with one house and two, and you go through the struggles where these people come in life and just think that you are a millionaire your whole life because they only see what you're reaping. So she don't understand what it took him to get that first 100,000 or 200, whatever it is. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So to her, it's like free money.
Yeah. But like I said, I feel for her, but then at the same time, kind of like y'all point is like, because I'm starting to see that. You're starting to see this more. A lot of ladies are. It's a trend now. I think it's a talking point trend because you've seen a lot of ladies get on here on certain, like different platforms, and they're saying, "Hey, I've been married for 20 years. I've been a stay-home mom, and now we're going our separates, and I don't have anything. I don't have any skills. My whole thing was for the last 20 years was working with the kids. Now the kids are older.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have anything. You get what I'm trying to say? But
Mm-hmm.
the thing that they're leaving out is like chicks are saying they don't have any bank accounts. But in some of these cases, these ladies sign prenups. Some of them they sign with prenups, so they're only leaving with certain things that they're coming in with. And through a lot of these conversations I heard is like that's why certain ladies get married in certain states because certain states don't care about prenup. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's a trend. I think it's a talking point and a trend too.
It's definitely a talking point. You know, a lot of people get on TikTok and think they could save their relationship, and they just mess it up even worse.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You can't bring that stuff to the internet, man.
Nah, you can't. You can't.
It's undefeated. And if you got any cracks in your relationship, that junk will show through faster than
you definitely.
partner with.
Any closing thoughts, Brandon?
There's only one person you should be talking to in a relationship when you got a problem, and that's the person you in the relationship with.
Facts.
Nice.